This is the trading review for the 7th of April 2022. I took only one trade after a lot of patience, a lot of waiting. Um, Everything was already sold off. There were some good trades from R3 on Oxy especially, and AMD, as you can see here. But I didn't wake up early in the morning, so I started late for the 11:30 to like 3 p.m. session, and I took my trade. This is a trade on AMD. I was observing it, watching it for a inside day play, and make an entry at the breakout from the 5-minute and the 1-minute candle at S3. I missed this entry. I think I will have taken it here after seeing it reject, but probably not. I will have waited for a test. It came here and it looked very bearish. We had some nice stacks, some very large stacks at 101, and it dropped to this level. Because I wanted to follow my setup, I avoided making an entry here, but this looked very nice. I could have made an entry here with a stop loss at 190 10 cents stop loss, 10-cent R value. So it would have been very nice, but because we were below S3, I didn't know if we were gonna continue downtrending. The SPY just happened to reverse at S3, which is kind of expected, but you do not predict with 100% certainty. So I waited. I like that the moving averages cross and started to curl up. So I was watching this price action closely. I would have made an entry as soon as the 5-minute broke, as soon as the 5-minute closed, but I wanted the 5-minute to close a little bit more narrower, not so large. But it pulled back at the last minute. It was gonna give me the perfect entry. I was gonna place my stop loss here, but the price action just pulled back up quickly, and then it pulled back down. So at that point, it destroyed my thesis, which was making an entry at the 1 minute. But I saw it respect, and I started to see some bids, some stacks at the ask that painted a very bullish picture. They're gone now, but you can see them on the live video, and it failed to offer me an entry in the 1 minute, because this I will have to make an entry at the break of the 1 minute, which is at 101.70. And then I had this weird candle, and I wanted to make an entry here with a stop loss of about 20 cents. This will have been my entry, even though it's not breaking out yet from the 5-minute, but we're respecting the S3 Camarilla Pivot Point, and we had the moving averages below it supporting it with a positive slope. So I played my stop loss here, but when I made my entry, the stock just pulled very fast, and I saw it hesitate here, and we were not getting as much volume as I wanted. So out of fear, I took just a small partial at around a little more than 2 hours. No, a little more than 1 hour. Let me see here. Yeah, more than 1 hour, 1 hour and a quarter. And I moved my stop loss to break even, because I did not want to end the day on a negative note. But again, just out of safety at a good level, S2, and then a little run, took another partial here for the remaining half. So I took 15% off here, 16% off here. I took 17% off here, and then I wanted to place my stop loss at break even again manually, and I did, but instead of pressing sell, because I made an entry long, I doubled my size. So at this point I had 66% remaining, and I doubled it, and I could have kept it, but when you make a mistake like that, you don't wanna profit of a mistake. It creates bad habits. So I just got out. I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to risk having it drop down to below, and then turn a good trade into a bad trade. So I got allowed here, and it's a very sad mistake. And that it happened because most of the trades I take are short, and this was a long trade, so I pressed the buy button to place my stop, but it just doubled my position. But it will have worked beautifully. You can see here that it continued to trend up. If I had placed my stop loss correctly, break even, and maybe would have added more here after it rejected the 20 moving average, or a stop loss here or here, and just continue to improve my profit. But I had to get out, so I'm very happy that I managed to make a very good entry here, and that I respected my rules. I experienced a mistake, but got out because you don't know what's gonna happen. And I like how this trade played out. I was expecting at the very best a move to the previous day close or VWAP. So that's unfortunate because it did run, but it's a very good trade, especially at this time of the day. It profited a little more than 2 hour. So I mean, I'm not happy, but I'm satisfied with this. I will consider this an A trade. Oh, also, my justification for making an entry here, not on the 1 minute break, or not on the 5 minute break, is that I gave myself a very wide stop. So I gave myself a little bit of room for a pullback, but I was very confident on this strategy. So I didn't make an entry at the 5 minute breakout, but I gave myself a wide stop. So it was an entry long. So you see, you already can tell from my Excel sheet that I already took 2 short trades. So I'm not used to taking long trades to the long side. So we had an inside day. It was confirmed bullish. And it was inside at R3 2.3R. I did not act. They're making entry after compression. It was a weird entry, but I will say no. 5 minutes, yes, no. Yes. Had an A, no. Made a mistake. I will say it was an entry after compression because I waited for the pullback, and we had a tiny consolidation here. So I will say I made an entry at the break. So it categorizes it as an A trade because it is an A trade. I just missed this 5 minute break. So that's it for my trade review.